Our next pose is Parivrtta Trikonasana, twisted triangle pose. So I'll show you first. Come closer so you can see, and why don't you stand right about here? Stand there and I'll. Okay, so you see that both of my legs are straight. My hips are turned forward in line with my front leg. And I'm rotating my chest, revolving my chest away from the floor, lifting from the chest to the crown of the head. We will take the pose the first time with the block on the inside of the foot. This makes it a little easier to just begin to be more stable and feel the twist. So we'll come here, and then you'll work on turning your chest. Now when we come out, the first time we're just going to have the back hand on the hip. I'm going to have you reach your back hand back, and the back hand will swing down as the front hand moves forward and above the head. So watch this action. Okay. Feels a bit like a windmill. So let's have you come to your mats, have one block, and place it on the left side of your mat, because we're going to take it on the inside of the right foot the first time. And a little close enough that you'll be able to reach it. Okay, so first take your left foot to the wall, step your right foot out so you're in Hasta Padasana. Okay, turn your left foot strongly in as much as you can, and then turn the right leg out completely. See that each of you walk your right foot a little more to the right edge of the mat so that you're no more than heel lined up to heel. In fact, Deborah, just to make it a little easier this first time around, walk your foot a little more out. But John, you were good. Okay. Now, before we come into the pose, we want really to get this motion of the hips turning to face the front. So press into your left heel, move the left hip forward as you reach the inner left thigh back toward the wall. Okay? Now, still be standing, in Tadasana in your chest. So rather than leaning forward, John, move your tailbone in and lift from the pubic bone right up to the sternum. Roll your shoulders back and imprint this feeling in your shoulder blades into your mind, because in the final pose we'll want to try to get that same lift that you're getting now in your chest. Okay, now reach your left arm forward and bend forward, reaching your left arm out, moving your right hip back with your right hand. Take your hand down to your block on the inside of your right foot. And now press into your right hand and turn your chest away from the floor, imprinting that action of these shoulder blades moving in as you strongly lift from your chest to the crown of your head, keeping your right outer hip moving back. And now see if you can move your left shoulder over your left wrist, any amount. Good. And now to come out of the pose, you're going to reach your right hand back, and it will swing down as your left hand swings forward and then up over your head. Great. Unfortunately, the wall is there to catch that last moment. Okay, turn around and we'll take the other side now. Take your right foot to the wall. Turn your right foot strongly in and turn the left leg out, walking that left foot just out to the side. Good. Now we're getting the action, turning the hips to face the front. Press into your right heel, straightening, opening that back of the right knee, and move the inner right thigh back to the wall behind you. Now press into your left big toe mound. Have your left hand ready at the root of the left thigh. And first let's get a little more of Tadasana action in the chest, tailbone moving in, lifting from the pubic bone to the chest. Rolling the shoulders back, good. Now reach your right arm forward. Draw your left hip back as you reach your chest forward, and then take the hand down to your block. And moving your left hip and left thigh back, turn your chest, press into your hand to turn your chest toward me, away from the floor, digging both shoulder blades into the back, lifting from the chest to the crown of the head, and then see if you can move your right shoulder forward over your wrist, any amount. Good, nice twist, Deborah especially. And now to come out, reach your left arm back. Left arm will swing down in front of you as the right arm reaches forward and up over the top of your head. Good. And then step your feet together. So that was looking good. We'll take it again. This time you're going to have the block on the outside of your front foot. So since we're first going to be twisting this way, you're going to have the block on the right side. Okay. So step your left foot to the wall. Step your right leg out. Turn your left foot in. Turn your right leg out completely. See that you're walking your right foot over a little bit to the right, Deborah especially. And so John, stay with me. First you're going to press into your left heel. So you're already coming to the pose. First, see that you're really establishing Tadasana in the chest, moving the tailbone in, lifting pubic bone to the navel, lifting the chest. Okay, now reach your left arm forward and moving your right thigh back, right hip back, bring your hand down to the block and then pressing your hand into that block, keeping the right hip moving back, turn the torso away from the floor. See if you can turn your head to look forward and really strongly get that action of the shoulder blades moving in as you lift from the chest toward the crown of the head. And now take your top arm up and reach it up to the ceiling for the full pose. Excellent. Okay, and to come out, your top arm is up, so the top arm swings down behind you and down, and the front arm forward over your head. Great. And we'll take the other side. So, right foot at the wall. Turn your right foot in strongly. Turn your left leg out completely. Okay. Take a moment to stabilize as the hips are turning to the front. Both legs are straight. really make your legs work for you here. So draw the kneecaps up, open the backs of the knees, and move the inner right thigh to the wall behind you to help turn that right hip forward even more. Good job on keeping Tadasana chest. And now draw your left hip back as you reach your right arm forward. And then extend your chest forward, keeping the shoulder blades moving in even here. Get the hand down. And now pressing into the hand, turn your torso to face toward the front. So it's a little harder with the block on the outside. But even here, your twist is coming. So that's good. It's a place to work toward. You're moving along here, so that's good. Keep working to bring your right shoulder over your right hand. Good. And lift your chest any amount, a little more, and then reach the top arm up. Prepare to come out of the pose as the top arm reaches back and down and the front arm goes forward and over the top of your head. Excellent. Now step your feet together and rest. Done.